Alright, we have another great game that was sent in. This one was sent in by a player that's rated 1456. He's playing as the white pieces, and there's a lot of annotations on this one, so I can really get into the mindset of this person that sent in this game. And we're going to see a cool endgame that happens in this one, and we also get to see a nice opening, one of my favorites. We get to take a look at the French defense. So e4, e6, d4, d5, and we get to the French advanced variation, you know, typical opening, just with pieces piling on d4. And this is all, you know, normal ideas for the French until white plays b3. Please don't play b3 if you're white. Well, if you're playing against me and I'm the black pieces, go ahead and play b3. But if you're playing against other people, I recommend either a3 or bishop e2 or bishop d3 if you want a gambit. But b3 is not the best move here, because black has the ability to win a pawn, and I'll show you what happens here in this variation that we see that black had the ability to win a pawn. And this is my little blitz move that I like to use here. After this move, bishop d2, black can actually just go ahead and take the pawn, with the idea that this knight cannot really be won. You know, it looks like, you know, it's being attacked by two pieces, but the check disrupts that. Or maybe if he takes first, then you have queen takes, and everything's fine. So black's just up a pawn. Let's take a look at the game. Okay, queen takes, and we have an early exchange of queens. Knight f5. Black is piling on again to the d4 pawn, which he already could have won. Bishop b5. Bishop d7, bishop takes, bishop c6, and here throughout the game we're going to see a major strategic concept. This bishop never really goes anywhere. If you're going to play the French defense, you need to make sure that you can free this bishop. That's a major point. Okay, castles, castles. Here in the annotation it mentions that it's thought that this would be a drawish position. I actually disagree with that, because we have this bad bishop, which is going to be a major problem, and black never really actually finds a way to free it. And in fact, we can actually play a move like a4 if we wanted to try to cage it even more. And then it doesn't even get to go to b5, you know, which could have been a place that it could go. And, you know, it's definitely going to be a lot easier for the white pieces to play. Okay, so we have the rooks, they go and they double on the open file. Knight f1, white wants to try to exchange off the knights, which actually is a pretty decent idea. Which I kind of like that idea, because the idea, again, is that the light square bishop is going to be a major problem. So if you exchange off all the pieces so that just that bishop is left, then it's going to be hard, because the only piece that black would have would be the bad bishop. And this is what we eventually see happening, so let's see, and let's take a look at this here. And here we see it. A bad bishop versus a good knight. And this is kind of a pretty comfortable position to play for the white pieces, because this bishop has a very limited use. And if we keep going, let's look a little bit more. Now, black has every single pawn on a light square. Every single pawn. Not one of them is on a dark square, which makes it incredibly difficult for that bishop. Yeah, and in your annotation that is written down here, we see that it says, not sure if blocking the light squares helps that much. Yeah, it doesn't help black at all. It's very bad. Let's keep going. And so we see that this bishop is a very big problem. Okay, and this knight looks very nice on d6. Okay, yeah, and right here, knight c4 can be played to win back the pawn. Absolutely right. King c2, bishop f3, king d3, and here black makes a big mistake with king c6. Black should go ahead and play e2. And this pawn is, this is not what you want as the white pieces. King takes e3. Might get the pawn back. And oh look, if you some of the pawns have finally gotten off of the dark squares, but there's still a lot more problems for the black pieces to deal with. So let's keep going. Knight h6, and here in the annotation it says that I might have winning chances here, but this looks like a draw. And I think you're really undervaluing the knight versus bishop here, and also the extra pawn. So this is not drawish at all. Like this is much better for the white pieces here. Okay, a4. This is a mistake here, and you're right. If a3, then you're winning still. Absolutely great. After a4, that's a little bit of a problem there, because these pawns are now on light squares. Okay. Okay, and let's take this chance to get to this cool little tactic I liked here. Let's see here. Right here, black plays bishop takes b3. So this move allows this really cool tactic. This is a common theme in endgames. Knight takes h5. The point is that the knight can not be taken because now you have this pass pawn that can just run. So black doesn't take. He realizes that, so let's see what happens. But in any case, white is still winning. h5, and now another pawn break. And the pawn just runs, and then here, white wins because black resigns. So this is a really interesting game. A lot of cool strategic ideas here. The main real topic of this is bad bishop, good knight. And that was really what I was trying to focus on. There's a lot of cool things going on here, but that was like the main thing that I really wanted to focus on. And this was a great game. I really liked this one. So everybody, send me your games. Tell your friends that play chess. If they want to get better and they want to learn, they want to send me their games. Tell them about me and help spread the word. All right. So see you next time.